New Year's resolutions for 2024 that matter. Have you actually set your New Year's resolutions? A lot of people might have started, but they've already stopped. It's a big pattern we see with a lot of people, but it's so important that we have clarity on our resolutions, some goals that we want to achieve in 2024. So that's what we're talking about, New Year's resolutions for 2024 that matter. My name is Dr. Karen, if we haven't met. And really, I love doing this work. One of the things that we do, we're a global leadership company, and we help people become great leaders at work and home. And we want everybody to achieve their success, however actually they define that. And goal setting is actually one of the ways. In order for us to achieve our success, however you define it, we need to set goals. It is a really important leadership skill, all right? And so we want to kind of dive into it. I'm going to be giving you 6 things to think about as you are thinking about your New Year's resolutions for 2024, and just helping you kind of think about it. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to kind of reflect on last year. Just spend a little time. I've been doing this for years, and one of the things I just love to think about some of the goals that I had in the last year and reflect on it. For me, I like to write it down in a journal. I have other clients that they just like to think about it. Other people like to do it in a computer, in an app. There's lots of different ways we can do it. But the first thing what you want to do is really just reflect. Spend a little time reflecting. And it might be, you're going to a coffee store, or you're going for a walk, or you're in the car, but just reflect. Give yourself the gift of reflection on your goals the past year. Okay, we're going to kind of go back first. Okay, step 1. Step 2 is you're going to write down. I like writing things down. I think it's more intentional. Write down your progress. What are the things you actually did achieve? And this is a wonderful step, because a lot of times, just human nature, we often think about the things we did not accomplish, all the things we did not do. And it's very defeating. It's draining. It doesn't make us feel very good. So write down the things you did accomplish. What are the things you did accomplish this last year? Really important to get clarity on that. Number 2. Number 3. And by the way, goal setting is under that umbrella, everybody. It's under that umbrella on leadership EQ. Okay, very important that we understand leadership emotional intelligence. Goal setting is one of the 5 kind of components of it. So if you have not yet received our leadership EQ scorecard, make sure you get your hands on that, and just type below goals, and somebody from our team will actually send that to you. Okay, so number 3, everybody, is, okay, we're reflecting on last year. We're actually now writing down the areas that we actually have made progress, which is great. Step 3 is also, I want you to do a little reflection on setbacks or things that you ran into. Okay, so some growth areas. And the reason why this is important is not to make us feel bad. The reason why it's really important that we really learn from the past, okay? And it might be that there was too many goals. Maybe that the goals were too ambitious. Maybe there was, there was crisis that you were managing. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why people don't achieve their goals. Maybe you needed accountability. Like, whatever it is, it's really important that we reflect on the past in order to properly equip us for the future. Okay, so I'm very big into being solution focused. And sometimes we focus too much on the past, we kind of stay stuck. I want us to look back at the past just enough to kind of learn from, so we can actually use that to help us move forward. That's what I find is the superpower of it. So yes, we want to reflect on the last year. Yes, number 2 is we want to actually write down our progress from last year. Number 3 is we want to actually write down our setbacks, and also part of that is actually thinking about, why was a setback? If we didn't get a goal, what was the barrier? Why was the reason we didn't get the goal? And get some reflection about that. That's good learning. It's really good learning. Number 4, everybody, this is now we're moving now into the present. Now what I want you to do for this year, 2024, brain dump every kind of goal that comes to your mind of what you'd like to chase this year. Just brain dump it. Don't worry about order, priorities, big, small, just don't worry about it. Just write it all down. Just brain dump. You know how a lot of times we'll have like these thoughts, they're just kind of like floating around in our head. Just brain dump it. See what happens. And you might come up with 5, 10, 15, 20 different goals. Just brain dump everything. That's kind of a fun exercise. I love doing this with teams, actually. So just brain dump everything. Number 5 is now look at your entire list. And now what I want you to do is I want you, if you only could chase 3, which 3 would they be? So now go look over your list. It's like now what you've done, you've almost kind of created yourself a little bit of a multiple choice question, right? You've got this huge list. Now you got to choose your top 3. The reason why I say 3, we have other videos, and in my book, The 3 Chairs, I talk about kind of like 6 categories often to kind of identify goals. And you can certainly do that. You can check out some of the other videos that we have on YouTube on goal setting. But one of the things I just wanted to make this one a little bit different is because a lot of times people kind of get a little bit stuck or they're a little bit overwhelmed with the whole goal setting thing. And so sometimes it's just easier and better. We do this with companies a lot of times. We just tell them chase 3 goals, chase 3 objectives. We do this for very big companies, small companies, chase 3 key objectives every single year. And so sometimes with people, 3 just works a little bit better. So after you've kind of brainstormed everything, I want you to think about if you could only chase 3, what would they be? So look over your list, and maybe what you do is you just start crossing off some of the ones. Well, if I could only chase 3. Yep, you only got 3 spots, everybody. You only got 3 spots. To help you kind of decide on those, which 3, are they, let me just kind of food for thought here, okay? Is there anything that is really time sensitive? Is there some goal that you'd like to chase this year that is really, it's time sensitive? So whether or not it's, applying for a certain job, or maybe there's an opportunity for another job, or whether it's an opportunity to buy a business or sell a business or start a different program. Like, is there something that's time sensitive? Okay, so that's kind of one thing. Is there another part that is like just really important to you? It's like really, really important to you. So you want to be paying attention to that. And is there also a goal? You want to make sure that your goals, when you look at them, that you feel energized. That's a superpower of a great goal. Okay, when you look at it, it's not like a to-do list. It's like, oh. Sometimes it's interesting when I work with high-performing clients, and I get them to show me their goals, and they look defeated, like they're exhausted, drained, and that's not a good sign of a great goal. A great goal is when you look at it, you actually get excited looking at it. You feel energized looking at it. It doesn't mean that some parts of how to get the goal might be actually hard, but the idea is that you feel energized. And so when you're chasing and you're identifying your only 3, if you could only do 3, everybody, you can only do 3. Think about what's time sensitive, what's most important, and with what's going to energize you. Okay, so just food for thought. That's step number 5. Number 6, everybody. Number 6, you've got this. You've got this. Number 6 is just start with 1. Sometimes what happens is we write all these things down, and then we don't even know where to start. And then we try to do all of it at the same time, and then we get discouraged, and then we give up. And research says, but usually by the second week of February, the majority of us have actually already given up on all of our resolutions. Our goals are so important, right? We have one life. I want you to achieve your success, however you define that, both at work and home. And so in order for you to do that, you got to get clarity around what you want. And so this is just a little simple exercise to kind of help you pause and think about what is it that you want? What are the goals, the resolutions that you want to go after this year that matter, not just anything, that matter. 3 spots. All right, have fun with that. You've got this. And if there are things that roadblocks you're facing, you want us to do other videos on other topics, share with us those in the comments. Write your comments below. That's how we kind of create this content, is based with what our subscribers are saying that they would like to hear. So definitely make suggestions for us as well. So thanks, everybody. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you check out some of our other videos. And I will see you at one of our other videos. Thanks, everybody.